Amorós. Coach, preparing for Seattle. How was the week?
Well, it's been good. It was good also to prepare the week after playing at home without traveling. I think that's always a plus. And yeah, ready and looking forward to play all rain in the ground. It's a long trip. I want that every time we're on the road, we seem to be on good form. So really looking forward to see the team performing on Sunday.
All right, media members, we will take your questions. If you please click the raise hand icon, we will call on you individually. And we'll start with Jenna Tinelli.
Hi, Coach. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time. Obviously, the Rain is a team that you've played before this season in the regular season. Just wondering what are some takeaways from that game, which was of course a loss, and how do you hope to better execute your game plan against a team that if you beat, you'll go up above them in the table.
Yeah, well, I think we both teams have always doing little adaptations. I know we play each other at the beginning of the season, but I think for us it's a question of making sure that we keep implementing our style, be loyal to ourselves, know what we want to do to dominate the game. It's going to be very important that we're very compact, that we don't leave a lot of gaps between the lines because they're very good at exploiting those. We know they are one of the best teams in the league when it comes to crossing, but they're also having some problems on the defending side. So, this league is always so even that you never know what's going to happen. So we hope that on the day we are able to individually and collectively perform a high level on both ends of the pitch and hopefully come out with the 3 points, no, Jenna?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. And my last question is, you noted that it's kind of a long trip, and as somebody who's coached in Europe, where the travel is significantly easier just based on distance. How much does do those long 6-hour flights kind of play into preparing for matches?
Well, I think funny enough, they were asking me the other day the same question, and for me, the traveling in Europe sometimes it was worse because in Seville with COVID, we didn't have a lot of planes coming in and out, so we were doing long journeys on the bus, longer than 6 hours, and that's worse than on the plane. And then in London as well, in England, sometimes you travel by bus most of the time because you don't want to go into central London to take the train, or it's too crazy to go to the airport, and then the trips are always also very long. I think that the thing that is really different is the time difference. I think that's something that as coaches we really need to look at to make sure that we adapt everything. But with the traveling, I think we look at the positive side. Is more time with the players on the game before, on the during the game day. So it's always good to spend time with the team, with the players, and share a little bit of the human side. That I think Gotham is special on that aspect too. So it's important to see that as I always say, that glass half full instead of half empty. No?
Yes, no, that makes sense. All right, thank you so much, and best of luck this weekend.
No problem. Thank you very much, Jenna.
Media members, if you could click the raise hand icon if you have questions for our head coach. What was the focus of training this week? It's obviously a big match, but were there any specifics that you were working on?
Yeah, we were working a lot on us on the ball. I think we've been very good so far at creating chances, and I think we need to be a little bit better at breaking lines and understanding a little bit the movement off the ball to penetrate opposition. So we've worked a lot on that. Hopefully shows on the game, and as we always do, like making sure that it's competitive. For us, it's very important that competitive environment at training, and that every player is pushing to get their position in the team. And working with this group of players is great because every day the attitude, the commitment to work for the team and to compete is outstanding. So I really enjoy the training days when we are on the pitch.
All right, we have a writing question from Stacy Podolsky. How do you utilize travel time to bond with the team?
Well, I think that it is sometimes it's not even a specific activity. It's also like having those little conversations, those moments where you get to share and you get to know each other a little bit more. Obviously, when we travel with the babies, it always brings, what we spoke about, those special people that we have in terms of the team. We being a mom with Ali, with Griggs and Ali Long. I think it's always a good time because obviously, how it is. It's not a football team. Everyone in our society, kids or babies bring people together. And then also, like being ourselves, I think when we recruited the players, when we recruited the staff, we wanted to make sure that everyone knew that Gotham, was ahead of any of us. And I think we are all putting that in front because, this is a team sport, and spending time with the people and those individuals that build that team is sometimes extremely important in order to be able to compete on the pitch.
Okay. And then this week we play OL Reign. Next week, the Washington Spirit. This week, OL Reign's number 2. This week, Washington Spirit's number 1. These games coming up, facing the top of the table with a chance to potentially climb.
Yeah, but for us, it's the same that there's been a couple of games where we won, we will have gone top. One of them we lost, the other one we drew. We just we play the opposition that's coming for us. We take every game as a final. We prepare it like that. We're ready to compete. We're ready to win. And yeah, obviously, OL Reign is doing well. That's why they are up there. The same with Washington. Obviously, we play them both. One of them we lost. One of them we won. It's just I think what we've shown is that we compete in every game, whatever is the final outcome, and I'm really looking forward to the team on Sunday. I get excited every time I'm on the sideline watching the effort, the commitment, the attitude that these players are displaying on the pitch. So I think Sunday will be another day to enjoy on the sideline.
Thank you. We'll go to Courtney Stith and then Jennifer Williams. Courtney, your line is open.
Hi, Coach. Courtney Stith here. One thing I'm curious about, so Gotham has a better, I guess when you compare points picked up, has a better away record than a home record. So I guess I'm curious, what is it, I guess, about playing away so far that has led to Gotham's success?
Well, I don't know if maybe the other teams, when they come to us, they maybe gave us some different plan where they maybe are a bit deeper into their approach, or if it's just sometimes it's maybe the time that you spend together on the road before a game. Like for us is obviously great to go to some of these stadiums with fantastic atmospheres. It's obviously even better to play in the Red Bull Arena in front of our fans. It just happened that at the moment we've won more games away from home than at home, but for us it's nothing specific. I think it's just the games, how they've been planned out, what is maybe made one outcome or another. No, we've won at home and we won away. We drew at home, we drew away, and we lost at home or we lost away. It is football, but what we need to make sure is that we're loyal to our style, loyal to our way of working, focus on us, making sure that we exploit our strengths and exploit the weaknesses of the opposition as well.
Okay, our next question will go to Jennifer Williams. Jennifer?
Hi, thank you so much for your time. This is kind of a big picture question. There was a World Cup event today in Times Square releasing the new branding. Obviously, MetLife is going to be a stadium site for the upcoming the World Cup in 2026. As for this one coming up this summer, I guess my question for you were talking about the competition in the NWSL. How does the hype, and we know seeing these women play on the global stage does only helps grow the sport. How does the hype start here with the NWSL?
Yeah, well, I think that with engaging as many people as possible, I think that we have also in the US a very multicultural fan base where people not only from America but from all over the world. That's why I think the US is a fantastic, together with the other countries from North America or the continent to host that World Cup. I think it's going to be a fantastic experience and a showcase not only of the football, but also of the multicultural side of all these cities where there is probably fans from all over the world. So I think that us having a very good, not us as Gotham, but us as the NWSL having a very good organization, a very good fan experience, a very good, the most important thing, very good football games that are exciting, that you don't know what's going to happen. So people is engaged from start to finish, no waiting to see how many goals one team score with like it happens in maybe other leagues. I think it just brings more passion and more attention into it. And then with the fantastic role models that we have now in the NWSL with the fantastic players we have that on top of being fantastic athletes, they're really pushing change in the global scale, in the community, in the society, showing how how we are all equal. So how respectful we are with people that is different, or showing that you can become a mom and be a top athlete. I think those aspects, they are only highlighting in this case, the American culture and the American woman. And so when there is a women's World Cup or a men's World Cup, I think people is already relating to those people playing. And I think that's key.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Do we have any other questions from our media members on the line? Last call for questions with our head coach.